record on this computer. What's up? So this recording will be sent out. This is the Forex is Bay Hangout. What's happening, guys? It is the 27th of February, a very important week in our history, in our culture. And I'm just here to, share some more ideas with you, give you guys some easy ways to better your skills in the Forex market and in the financial market, and brush up on your skill set and your knowledge so that you can also become profitable and, create financial freedom in your life so that you can live life how you want to do it. So what you guys are taking a look at right now, I've just opened up my charts for you guys. And like I said, if this is your first time, we do have trainings and other courses that you guys can join where you can, get up to speed with where we are right now, how you can set up your charts like this. But I want to just take a look at a couple of things that have been happening this week, right? A lot of us have been kind of following the news and kind of see what's been going on. And wow, man, there's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. The war with Russia and Ukraine has really moved the market in a certain way as well, So if you've been following what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, you know that it's kind of destabilized a lot of things, especially, your stock market. So if we're looking at, sorry, let me just admit some people in. Sorry, guys, if my eyes are red, it's not because I puffed a lot of bud. It's because I was shedding some tears a little bit earlier, right? So if you guys were here on the call with me earlier, my eyes are not red because I puffed bud, just a disclaimer. So what we are looking at right now, I mean, we had huge crashes around the market, man. What a crazy week it has been. And if you guys have been following the news, like I said, we had the war that just broke out here in Russia and Ukraine. And if you guys are in our coaching group, you've probably seen, some of the information I posted around what are Ukraine's assets and things that they own in that country that, Russia might be after. And you'd pretty much find that, Ukraine is very strong financially, very strong in resources, very strong in a lot of areas when it comes to, a land that is full of resources and wealth. And so obviously this war has had a huge knock-on effect in the markets. As you can see here, we're looking at the DAX. This is the German DAX. So I know we're going to be talking about Forex in this, these hangouts and stuff, because we do say Forex is Bay, but I'm the kind of guy, I don't just trade Forex. Anything that is tradable, we can trade it. And so we're looking at different things, different instruments. And obviously when we have very impactful news, high impact news like that of the war in Germany, the war in Russia and Ukraine, obviously that's going to have a direct impact on the markets, okay? So if this is the first time you've ever heard that these kind of things have an impact on the market, this will kind of be a revelation for you to spot opportunities that might arise because of news. So we call these things fundamental analysis, all right? So what we are looking at on the charts, when we are taking a look at this chart work over here and we're looking at the price move, this is what we call technical analysis, okay? Technical analysis is the looking at information, price, data, history to kind of predict where the market's going to go. And fundamental analysis is taking a look at things like the news, economic conditions, politics, the price of oil, and different assets and stuff in the world. So, two very different schools of thought and two very different concepts, but both of these concepts together will form a better understanding of how the market moves. So if you're someone who doesn't really trade indices or these kind of instruments, you can look forward to times like these where these instruments are very volatile and could be very easy to trade as well and find opportunities. So as you can see here in the DAX, if somebody could just let me know what you guys see in this chart over here, you can kind of see my my mouse cursor picking it up, but you can see two very significant points. Just let me know in the chat what you guys are actually seeing. Let me know in the chat. Let me open the chat here. I'm going to see who's doing their homework. Don't worry, Duane. Don't worry for coming late, brother. I was crying in the beginning, so you didn't miss too much. Double top, MZ. That's the way, MZ. Nice, brother. Ashik, double top. Jeffrey, double top. Johan, double top. Man, look at these students. These guys answer the thing perfect. Bullish and engulfing movement, double top. There we go. Induction. We call it induction. Jay, make me co-host. Okay. Oh shit. Jared, I can't make you co-host. This is my own Zoom. It doesn't have that function, unfortunately, bruvs. I'm gonna log in next week on the leading edge Zoom, so I can do that. Thanks, brother. Yeah, so most of you guys are seeing, yeah, M formation and double top. Absolutely. So right over here, clear as day, man. Stuff I've been teaching you guys since day one. The importance and the power of patterns in the market. And when you identify these certain patterns, like here's an M very clearly over here, I think we can all see that that's an M and that's a double top. After a double top, what does it come? A huge drop in the market. And that's exactly what happened here on the German DAX. We can even take a further look at the US 30, which is Wall Street. Okay, Wall Street 30 had something very similar. We had a double top. We had a huge drop over here and then a rejection at this area. Maybe the market is seeing that, hey, this war is not so bad after all. We're not too sure if it's a World War III or if it's just a small little, spat between our presidents, our Russian president, and the Ukrainian government as well. But I'm actually not sure what's really going on. I don't know whose side to take. With politics, you can never be sure, man. But Vladimir, so far, he hasn't made any bad decisions. I've seen him run his country very well. And the decisions he makes are, very solid decisions. Yes, do not F with him. Because he's very powerful, but at the same time, I think his intentions sometimes are good. I don't know. You guys could have a different opinion on this. That's why it's fundamental analysis. It's opinion based, and but we don't know what will come of this war. But what we have noticed as well is that Ukraine is accepting donations in Bitcoin. So who checked that out? Who checked that out? Ukraine is accepting donations in Bitcoin. And I think they've managed to secure, I'm not sure, what was the number? If some of you guys had seen that article, just let me know the number. Was it like $20 million? $2 million? I'm not sure. But they've accepted that in Bitcoin to help fund what's going on right now and to help the people out there. So incredible what's actually happening in the market right now. You can see Bitcoin had a little pop over here and then it pulled back slightly. So what I really want to show you guys today, okay, I've been working on a system. I've been working on a strategy. Always my strategy is around helping you guys make trading easy. Trading can be very difficult and there's so many things to consider when you're looking at the market and you're trading, okay? And so my whole thing is I've been formulating a system for the longest time to make trading easy, not only for yourselves, but for myself as well. Okay. And in that journey, obviously, as I learn, as I improve my strategy, you guys are some of the first people who are getting it, who are getting access to the strategy. Okay, before CFX, before I joined this community, I was charging a lot of money to have mentorship and to work with me in the financial markets. But since CFX came along, I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to help people earn while they learn. And so I kind of offer my resources, my knowledge, absolutely free for you guys who are members in the community. And this gives you access to, strategies and ideas and, just forward thinking that will help you to, make money in the market, even by yourself, while you're using technology to work with you. You can also start learning the proper skill set that's worth a lifetime. It's a skill set worth getting good at, so that you can also, make some extra money in the market. So what you're actually looking at right now is I've kind of taken our strategy that we've built out together to a further extent. Okay. So as you guys have noticed over here, I have some couple new things that are on the charts. Okay. And I want to outline these new things to you to help you understand how you can also utilize the system. Because what I'm looking for, guys, is I'm looking for a community that gives feedback. Okay. I want to share this information with you, but what I'm really looking for is testimonies. What I'm looking for is results that you guys are getting with the system as well. And so that's why I'm really offering it up to you guys as members for absolutely nothing. But in the future, I might charge a couple $1,000 for the strategy and system and designs that I've been building. Okay. So I've even had brokers in the past reach out to me and ask for some of the systems that I've created. For instance, with the system that I'm showing you right now, you can see there are certain arrows that indicate either a sell or a buy. And you can pretty much see those very clearly right here by this arrow going down and that arrow going up. And you'll notice, where those arrows are situated, it's a very, very high probability trade that has been placed in this region. So if you place the sell over here, you can most definitely see that you had almost 10, 15 hours of profits over here, because right now we are looking at a 15-minute chart. Okay. Let me hide this controls. So you're looking at a 15-minute chart over here. So clearly over here said a sell, and clearly over here said a buy. And so, in the last couple of years, I've been developing the system and, growing the credibility of it, where I had this even sending me a signal right to my MetaTrader terminal. So when this arrow appeared, boom, it would send me a message on my MetaTrader, and I could open up that message and see that it's saying New Zealand USD sell on a 15 minutes. So that was coming live in real time. I wasn't having to actually get on my phone and send a signal. Okay. I wasn't having to get on my chart, set the whole parameters, give stop loss, all of that, and actually press send to send the signal. So these were real-time signals that were coming out. So I had a couple of brokers, looking at purchasing this technology, but I didn't take it further with them. Why? Because guess what? I found CFX, and that became my focus. That became my baby. So what I'm here to share with you today is that when you make something your baby, and when you find a passion that you figure out is worth getting good at and investing your time, energy, and effort into, the same way Ricky invested his time, effort, and energy into music, into the industry, well, the fruits of his labor came from the effort that he put in. And so if you would like to have, certain fruits, I'm not sure if some of you guys in the Forex group had seen the post that I posted. But maybe I should show it to you. Maybe you weren't in that group. Network is bad on my side. We don't have electricity. Okay, I'm gonna have to post a recording for you, brother. No sweat. I want to go to Telegram. And I want to open this Telegram. I want to open this coaching group. And I'm not sure if some of you had seen this message. Shit, sorry. I'm trying to find it, my bad. Let's see if we can find it here. Oh man, I don't see it. I don't know where I posted it. I don't know if I posted it on this Telegram. Sorry, man. Forgive me. But anyway, what it said, it was one of my students, and he sent me a message. Hey, bro, thanks for believing me and being there for me since day one. Whatever. This was my first month that I made R1 million in trading. I made R1 million in trading from his house. So I don't know, man. I don't know. When someone can make R1 million from their home without leaving their home and being able to do that not once, but multiple times, maybe throughout the year. I mean, we're talking a skill set that's worth billions, quadrillions, right? So isn't it worth getting good at? Isn't it worth falling in love with the process? Isn't it worth crying on the call for your bae? Crying on getting emotionally attached to what you actually want. You know, they say, yeah, you mustn't get emotionally attached to a business or whatever, but you got to get emotionally attached to what your dreams, what you want to achieve. And if you don't put emotion behind your action, if you don't put emotion behind your intentions, well, then they're just not as powerful as they should be. You know, so $100,000, it's like a normal thing to make on a month. But once you'll only feel it's normal when you break through that barrier. Once you've made that first $1 million. Well, if you can make a first $1 million in a month, well, guess what you can do on the second month, on the third month, on the fourth month, on the fifth month. Our income ceiling is only based on our own personal limitations, our self limitations, our belief of what we can earn. Our brain is so powerful, it's almost like a GPS. If it finds that you're making more than you should be making, or that you want to make, or you believe you're worth making, then it will bring you straight back down to what you were previously making. That's how powerful the mind is. And so what I've done, I've created a system to help you guys. Look, I'm all about confluence, right? And I've been trained also by certain guys in the market who, you know, have the kind of results that I would love to have. You know, I also have, as much as you guys might see me as a mentor or have other mentors in the space who, when you look at their work, you say, man, incredible, I want to do that. I have guys like that in my life that I follow, that I look up to, that I want to be like, and I watch their trainings for hours and hours and hours. And so that increases my knowledge. So I've always been about confluence, and you guys pretty much know, if you've gone through my course, the 7-week program, and you've done some of my trainings and stuff, you know, all I'm looking for is confirmations, multiple confirmations before I enter trades. And that there gives me just a higher probability of a win. And so when I bring down the probability, it's almost like having a coin, right? So imagine you had a coin, and that was just a normal coin. And then every time you spun that coin around and you flicked it, you either get heads or tails, right? Now, if you had a normal coin, every time you spun it, it would come 50% of the time on heads and 50% on time on tails. But when you're in the Forex market with a system, with an edge, with a unique formula that you have created, well, then it's almost like that coin is weighted. And every time you flick it, somehow that coin lands on heads like 80%, 90% of the time. Okay, that's what it's like to have an edge in the Forex market, to have a set of tools and resources that you look at the market with, which will help you get a better entry, will help you get a better result from your trading. So I want you guys to take a look at this, right? We're looking at right now New Zealand USD. Okay. Now, every line that you see here, okay, because we are looking at New Zealand USD on the 15-minute chart, and you're welcome to open it up on your own chart, whether it's on your phone or your computer, and take a look at it for yourself, okay? And what you'll notice is on New Zealand USD, okay, there were 2 days that were up over here. Okay, so you can see that this is Friday. Okay, Friday was up. Thursday was down. Wednesday was up. Tuesday was up. And Monday was also up. And then like halfway down through that day. All right. So all you got to know when you approach the market, like whatever day it is, when you open up the charts, you just got to know, hey, what day is it? Is it an up day or is it a down day? All right. And you need to find your entries within that specific day. Now, how do you tell that day? Well, it's very simple, because the first thing you always want to do is identify the trend. Now, like I've taught you in previous calls, okay, there's different kind of trends, there's different kind of patterns. All right. There's a long-term trend, there's a short-term trend, there's different trends from multiple time frames. So if we look at it on a daily time frame, okay, and we're looking at the way the momentum of the market's going, it's actually looking down. Okay, can you guys see that? We're looking at it on a daily chart now. So a daily chart since this day over here, which is the peak formation high. Okay, anytime you see this indicator with the stars around it, that means that is where the peak formation high was. So whenever you see a peak formation high, you want to trade away from it. Okay, that might sound a little intense, but all it means, a peak formation high is where the high of the market was. And you can see here's a peak formation low from the bottom. So it means we want to always trade away from the high or the low. So right over here, I'm not looking for sells, yet I'm looking for buys, because we've had a peak formation low. Okay, and we have also an indicator here saying buy. So that's on the daily. Now, if we look on the 15-minute, if I looked at it on a Friday, well, Friday was exactly that, was a buy. Okay, so Friday was buying really nicely. And how would we have picked it up? Okay, so I'll say you woke up in the morning, you looked at the market. The time over here is about 7 a.m. around here. Okay, and you wake up, and the first confirmation you see is this line over here. So what I've done, okay, I've programmed a moving average. This is about a 20 moving average. If you put a 20 moving average, just a normal one on your phone or your charts, you'll see it move kind of similar to this. Okay, so let's actually do that. Let's see how similar it is. Moving average, 20. Okay, almost. You see, this is a little bit smoother here. So I think I brought it down more than 20. Okay, so this white line is a 20 moving average. So, you know, a simple moving average strategy is to look at a moving average and see when the price is above it, well, then it's a buy. And when price is below that moving average, then we're looking for sells. So what this indicator we've created does is it actually moves into a red line to identify when we're in a bear market. Okay. And then the indicator itself, the moving average, moves into a yellow line when we're indicating it's a bull market. Okay, so right now we're looking at this chart in a 15-minute, and let's say we came in here on Friday morning and we weren't too sure where the market was going. Well, all we wanted to look for was a buy off of this yellow line somewhere. Okay, so closest to this yellow line as possible. The yellow line, remember, the moving average is the average of the price. So it's the same thing, this candle price, but moving in a line instead of candles. So it's actually the price. This is actually the price, but we want to get the price as close to the moving average. Why? Because that is the fairest price, the cheapest price to get in the market at. Do you guys understand that? Drop the big nugget. Your moving average, when the price or the candles are closest to the moving average, it is the cheapest price at which you can buy that currency or that pair in that specific move. Okay, so right over here, it would have been that point over here. And you see we have our 6 show up over here. Now, over and above, you see, these are not normal candles over here. If I show you guys these candles in real life, they don't look like this at all. These are specific candles we've also created, which the red candle is showing strong bearish momentum. Okay, and then we have a yellow candle. The yellow candle shows that the momentum is changing, that something is happening between that move. So it could either one be a pullback and it's going to continue, or one, it's a warning sign to say that, hey, we might be going up at this point. Okay. So if you looked at New Zealand USD and you saw it on Thursday evening, we had these yellow candles here, and then we had the peak formation low, and then we had the candle, and on top of that, we had this oscillator show us blue at the top. So right over here, guys, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the candles, the color of the candles. So that's 5 confirmations. So that is how we build a checklist when we are entering and exiting trades. We want to look for multiple confirmations, which is called confluence in the world of trading. Okay. When you have confluence, the probability of your trade winning and making you money is much higher. Confluence is the key to selling or trading the market. So where do I want to enter? The most ideal place to always enter is right after you see all the confluences. So if I saw this star, if I saw this arrow, if I saw this blue and this candle over here, and I got in here, well, that would have been the ideal place to enter. You see, when you're looking at trying to enter after all this confluence has happened, well, yes, you can still catch a move, but you have to time that move very carefully, because as you can see, I could have entered here, been in profit, and then been in a loss, and then continued into profit. Okay. So right over here, when you enter your trades, you always want to look for your trades right on the turn. Okay, so either it's a pull, it's a breakout and a little pullback. That's where you want to enter, or you want to try and get in once you see those confluences. And so this, I've been working on this strategy to create a system that not only I can provide signals with, but you guys in the group, if you spot an opportunity, you screenshot it and you send it in the group and say, hey, I just found an opportunity on USD CHF. What do you guys think? All right, this is why I've created the system, because I can't have my eyes and ears on all the pairs in the market. You guys might like certain pairs and I might like certain pairs, or whatever the case is. But what I've created is a system where we can always almost have a 90% positive execution also, just trading manually, So if we take a look at Bitcoin, okay, let's look at Bitcoin, what it's been doing for the last day or so. Okay, so what do you guys notice here? What has Bitcoin been doing for the last, whether it's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, right? It's not doing much. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, that's right, Joe. Consolidating. Yes, Jared, correction, ranging. Absolutely. So right now, you can see this market is just a ranging market here. Okay, let me just hide this floating controls. Let me insert a shape. And we can box this area up. That's literally it. So that's even on a 15-minute. Market has just been ranging, going sideways. And so I don't know, from the information I've read and the research I've done, they're saying that, Bitcoin might be ranging and consolidating around this area for the next year or so. You know, I don't know how long it can stay in here or if it's going to break out, but we might be in for a consolidation here, quite a bit of a consolidation as things change in the crypto space, as things evolve and get more regulated and things happen. I think it's you know, it might just range here for a little bit before its next move up. So, but we'll see. You know, so Bitcoin is something you can't really predict 100%. But look at the moves that we can make off of Bitcoin using our indicators and our system, right? You would have caught the drop. You would have caught it. You would have caught the jump over here, right? You would have caught that. I entered a buy right over here. And, you know, I didn't even send it in the group, but Jared will confirm for me in a test that on, when was this? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday or something. I had caught this thing like right here. Jared saw that trade happen. I entered that trade. I didn't hold it until this point. I had closed it, you know, once it was here in profit. But that I had seen simply by just opening these charts that day, and I'd been looking at Bitcoin. Yeah, Jared also entered. Yeah, because Jared, after a few hours, said, "Hey, that entry was fuck, bro." He sent it in the group. So I'm sure he must have eaten. That time I had already closed. I was like, "Hey, I'm out of this pump over here." I think we got in here on this candle somewhere. And then that thing just pumped and I said, I'm out also. Mango pips. We didn't eat small pips there. So, you know, the reason I haven't been sending so many signals also is, I mean, look, the markets are very unstable now with the war. And I've been behind the scenes developing the system for you guys. So what I want to do is give you guys access to this, which will allow you to spot entries for yourselves in the week. And then in the hopes that you guys are going to drop those entries in the group as well. So, I mean, look at this beautiful entry here on GBP USD. Okay, we're looking at the market right now on 15 minute. And so, yes, it's good to look at the market on a long term, right? Remember in the first call, I taught you guys how to look at the market on a daily and a weekly time frame, you know, to plot out what are the major moves that are happening, major areas where there's going to be rejection. But sometimes every day you want to be trading and finding opportunities, and there's nothing wrong with that, just except, you know, some days you're going to enter trade and, you know, you might not make much, or you might have to close it early because here you can see it, there's a buy and it did pop up, but it ranged after that and then it sold. So yes, there was profit in here if you had entered here. I mean, because these are 15-minute candles, you could have entered here and you'd have to have been out there, but otherwise it just ranged here. All right. So, you know, that's the thing with trading. You've got to manage your trades as the time goes, because we never know what to exactly expect in the market. So nobody could have expected this drop from Wednesday to Thursday to happen. All you can do is ride the wave. Right? All you can do is ride the trend that we've helped you identify. How do we help you identify it? Through visual cues. We've got to thank God every day for these things that we have here, man. Eyes. These eyes, you got to use them as they're intended to be used. The information is right here in front of you. It's for you to take those visual cues and those clues and translate them into a decision in your brain. And that decision must move your fingers to press the trade button, buy, sell. And when you can start doing that more and more frequently with more success, well, that's when you're going to build your edge. That's when you're going to build your confidence in trading. And so I love the 15-minute time frame, okay? Because on the 15-minute, you can find the entry, you can enter it, and within a few hours or, you know, 1-2 hours, if you're not in profit, then you can decide if the trade went against you or for you. And if it went for you, well, you move your stop loss into profit and you let that trade continue to go for you. And that's how you turn a small account into a large account with proper risk management, right? Even a mighty small trade on this here, which was GBP USD, a 0.01 or 0.5 or something small, you know, with this massive move that happened here, could have meant a good number of pips for you guys in the market. So let's take a look at this line, right? This beautiful line that I've designed for you guys to turn color when it is a buy and turn color when it is a sell, okay? So we're not looking at this arrows right now. I want you guys to focus purely on the line, okay? So here's the line turned red, okay? From this point to where it turned yellow was over here. I mean, we're looking at a huge move of, we can see over here, that is around 240 pips, okay? From here to here, huge move, 240 pips that played out in a day, Thursday, right? Over here, we had the line turn yellow again, okay? If you entered a buy over here and you held it for about 4 hours, boom, you would have been in profits, okay? Over here, it sold. Unfortunately, this was a ranging market, so this one wasn't a profitable trade. You would have had to get out at a break-even point. You know, you didn't win or you didn't lose because it changed direction and told you to buy. But then again, the buy ended up profitable, right? So all you got to do when you're working with the strategy is follow, number one, the line, okay? That's for conservative trading, I would say. If you're a bit of a cowboy or a cowgirl like me, you like adrenaline and you do things rather for the adrenaline rush and to see what happens, well, then you enter on these confirmations, number 9, number arrow, and number red over here. You see, this is the delayed entry. This is confirmation here. So sometimes you can enter here, right? It'll show you these things, but then price still moves up because it didn't confirm on the moving average. Sometimes that happens to me. And that's when we take small losses because I wanted to be a cowboy, okay? It's normal. That's how you learn. That's how you see the mistakes that you made. Okay, that's very important lessons to go through in the trading game. Never take your losses to your heart. Always take your losses as lessons because your lessons will teach you something next time so that you do not make those losses, you avoid losses. So every time, what I'm actually looking for, I'm looking for 3 confirmations. I'm looking for the number 9, and I'm looking for an arrow, and I'm looking for the candle change color, okay? Sometimes I'm looking for this as well. This is a peak formation high or a peak formation low. I'm looking for those 3 confirmations, 1, 2, 3. Then it's got my eyes on that specific pair, okay? If I see here it's dropping, I might enter a trade even before this line turns red. But this line turning red is just a confirmation of me to hold. Hold that trade. Boom, boom. You made the right decision. Hold the trade. Hold the trade. It's still going down. Hold the trade. Look how far it went down to the next day. And it popped up again here. Once the price pops up, it's called the impulse. Okay. When the move is done, we have something called impulse. There's always impulse move in the market, you know, most of the time when the trend is changing. And that's how we flip. That's how this red line turns to yellow. It's only because of the impulse move. So when you can kind of spot the impulse happen before the impulse, like here, we got an early warning, right? We got a number 9. That's a reversal candle. Then we got the arrow. The arrow kind of works on a TDI. I don't know if you guys know what's a TDI. It's part of the what do you call it? It's like the banker's strategy of trading. Beat the market makers kind of strategy. It's a banker strategy where the bankers have a way of like what we call hitting your stop loss, stop hunting. Okay, so the banks, the brokers, and whatever, there's a certain pattern and formula that they run the market in. So as you have probably guys noticed, there are cycles in the market. And when those cycles run, there's certain ways that the price plays out once it breaks out. It's called the market maker strategy. All right. And so usually when the market pushes down, there's a huge impulse push to the bottom, and that's done to knock out people's stop losses. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you'll be in a trade and then it's just going further and further in loss, and then you're like, man, I can't take it no more, and you cut loss. And right at that point where you cut loss, man, doesn't the market turn on you, and then it goes into profit, right? Has that ever happened to anyone? I see your currency string, it says buy, but on my side it's showing sell. Yeah, Zane. If you Zane, if you honor, that's a good thing. If you on what are you looking at? GBP USD. Yes, we've all experienced that, right? We get out of the market because we think, I can't take this loss no more. The market makers create the market like that because they want to hit your stop loss. They're hunting for stop losses, they call it. So what this system here that I've created helps you figure out is when that area is happening. That's when the candles turn yellow. You see? So the yellow candles are your warning sign. Hey, there's something happening. Either at that place you're taking profit because you're not sure where it's going to go, or you are getting ready for a new move in the market. So I want to just find what Zane works like the traffic light. Yes, Eddie. That's why I programmed these colors. Yes, red, yellow, green. Absolutely, yeah. Because the standard indicator like this doesn't come with these colors. So I had to kind of program it in and change settings and stuff to make it turn yellow. So every time I'm looking, when I open up the charts, I'm looking at the market. If I see like a yellow bar like this, I'm obviously taking notes. I'm paying attention now because I'm looking for something in that market. Otherwise, I don't enter. Like you see, if I found the market here, I wasn't going to enter really. I'm waiting for, I want to enter as close to this new trade. Like when I see the arrow, when I see the red, when I see this turn green, that's actually where I want to enter. Sometimes I'd rather not enter here because I'm actually not sure the probability. Now the probability dropped here because now my stop loss has to be above that zone where it turned. If I enter here, my stop loss is only these few pips. If price moves up and it breaks this area, then I'm out. All right. But okay, so that would be my risk to reward ratio. So I'm risking the small amount to make a massive reward. But if I enter here, you see my stop loss has to be put up here. So if I enter this zone, I hope you guys can see my arrow. If I enter this zone over here, yes, the trade can still be profitable, right? It's definitely still a huge trade here that happened, but I'm not so interested in these. You know, if I'm just want to hit a quick trade, then I'll do that. But I'm looking for where this thing happens. Yeah, Gauteng chair lady, Mrs. Songore. Anybody know this person? Chair lady. What is this? Is a trader dynamic index? Is it the trader dynamic index? No, Fayaz, it's not that. Jay, I see your currency strength. It says buy, but on my side, it's showing sell. So Zane, if you on an XNES demo, this indicator doesn't work on an XNES demo. It doesn't give you live feed. So mine is through my live account here. It's actually a CM trading account. Should anybody know this lady? Gauteng chair lady, Mrs. Songore. If you do, let me know in the chat if she's your people's man. All right, so check this out, guys. If you guys would like this kind of strategy to work with, let me know. And what you guys think of it. Let's take a look at USD JPY. I know I gave it to a couple of you guys last week when I sent you some other indicators as well. Similar, it's kind of built on the same premise. but I've just decluttered the amount of arrows and signals that come up. So I'm only looking for major turning points. That's where I want to enter and exit, you know? So you guys can scalp the market with that indicator I gave you, the supply and demand one, because that gives you the buy and sell at every high and low. Or you can look at using, you know, this system where it's more, you know, a trend following system where you want to catch on the 15 minutes, you know, a couple of trades. And really, man, easy trading. That since I've been testing this for the last week, it's been really easy trading. So I'm really looking for the color for the day. You can see in between these lines is each day. All right. If you see this line, that means that's the day end and the new day starts. So every day I'm opening it up. I'm looking for, hey, what's the color for the day? And the color might be yellow that day. Then I know I'm looking for buys. If the color is red that day, I'm looking for reds. You know, sometimes it's half for the day. But we can easily spot these moves because we got early warning signs. I mean, look at these beautiful early warning signs that happen before price turned red. When it turned red here, this could have been ideal, the ideal area to enter. Boom, you had a drop within 30 minutes to an hour, and you out of that trade. You close that trade out for the day because you've made enough pips for that day. So sometimes all you're really looking for is one or two good trades a day, ladies and gentlemen. One or two good trades a day. And this is going to help you easily identify what's going on. No more guessing. The lines are clear as day, man. All you got to do is use these eyes. You got to use these eyes, see what's actually going on. If the market's ranging like this, well, guess what you do? You create a box, insert shape. You create a box until the price breaks out of that box. Yeah. Boom. Price ranged here, broke out in the box. And then we had a uptrend on Friday. Okay. Simple as that. Simple as that. You can see this ranging here. Nothing was happening on this Friday. People thought, there's no money to make here in the market. Let's leave the market. Boom. Major move just happened. People made millions there. Every single pair is the same. You can easily identify your trades now. All right. So what I want to give you guys the system. You know, I want to help a few tests, like a test. I want to create a test group of the system as I develop the system and make it even easier. I want feedback from you guys. I know some of you guys have been with me since day one when we've been doing this and kind of building the system up. And it kind of works on the same system that I taught you day one. I've just made it more clean. I've added more confluence to it to help you guys find those opportunities to get in and out. So if you guys are loving what you're seeing, if you guys like the idea of, you know, helping me test this system and giving me feedback so I could enhance the system and, you know, create, you know, more in-depth analysis with it. What I'm actually looking for next, I've been searching for this, but it's a news tool that plots. I know that TradingView has it. Okay, for any of you who use TradingView, it's an MT4, yeah, Eddie. It's MT4 setup. So any of you who use TradingView, you know that on TradingView, you can set up the chart where, like, at the specific area where the news is going to happen, there's a little circle here. It'll show you the flag of GBB or something, you know. It'll show you here. So I'm trying to get that on MT4 where we can actually spot where the news is coming up. So anytime we open the market, boom. Like, I want it to be analysis must take 1 minute using the system. When you open the chart, boom, you look at it. I see shit, it's up for today. Australia JPY. Let's see where's there's a buy. You search through the day for price to touch this yellow area. You can even place pending orders if you want. You know, I'll teach you guys pending orders where you can place your pending order and then you can enter your trades based on this line or that trend for the day. But really, really easy, clean, simple things that we are looking for on the market. Any of these lines you're seeing here, this is divergence. And so you can see as clear as day how powerful divergence is. Divergence, so for a sell divergence, boom, market drop. Divergence, buy, boom. So what the divergence does, it gives you an early warning sign. So when you see the divergence happen, now you wait for the other clues, because usually I find the divergence forms first. I find the divergence first. Then I find the candle. Then I find the 9. Then I find the star. Boom, now I have my multiple confluences. Maybe the candle now, the moving MA changes. And then I know, okay, confirmation. Boom, I'm going to enter that trade. Guys, I've been winning like almost all my trades, 9 out of 10 trades using the system for the week. In this last month, done about 98,000 in profits. It's been very simple trading it. So I've just been like behind the scenes. Forgive me if you haven't been getting the signals and stuff, but I also have kind of getting a feeling like I don't want people to rely on signals, because signals takes time to create also. And number one, it's not instant. So if I find something, you still got to map out where's the stop loss, take profit, whatever, you move it. But when you have this yourself, you become the signal provider. I'm giving you all the tools to where I create the signals. So we're going to help each other find signals. We're going to help each other find opportunities. You post them in the group, and that's how, we develop it. So obviously, again, this doesn't just to be given out and handed out to everyone. It's for only those who are showing commitment, who are currently using our other systems, who have done their homeworks and their past analysis. And kind of, I know I hate the word homework because it kind of makes you feel like you're in school again, Homework is like, the word itself is a trigger. I may have missed it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to those comments there just to answer them. But I hate the word homework because it's kind of like it's an anchor, it's a trigger that we've been traumatized with in our youth. So when you say the word, immediately it brings up anxiety, fear. Fuck homework, bro. It's like it's a negative. Who enjoyed homework? Nobody. So when I use the word, sometimes I feel like I'm using a crap word, because I don't like the word homework itself. But yes, it is kind of work that you got to do on your own to improve your skill set. Okay, so maybe I should start using another word. But what I'm trying to get to is those who are participating, who are doing the chart work, who are learning the stuff. And I've seen the progress of your guys' chart work, and I've seen the results even of your trades coming out because of that. And in doing is always the breakthrough, right? You can't have a breakthrough if you're not doing anything. Like you say, think about going to gym. If you think about going to gym, no muscles will appear, nothing will happen. But when you actually go and you do it, that's when the results come. So you cannot think about trading and then not do the work that comes with trading and then expect results. It doesn't happen like that. It's not magic. So, I'm building a test group already there. I think it's about 15, 20 of you who have received the last batch of indicators. Now I'll give you the new system that's growing, but probably from this point, it won't really change much. There's just certain stuff I've been working on developing, for instance, like the news tool and stuff, but it's very, very clean, guys. I mean, if you can't make money with them, then I don't even know. Look at this beautiful trade on the UK stock exchange, UK 100, the FTSE. Okay, Friday. All you had to do is buy on Friday. Why? Because you saw this yellow line said buy. So even if you bought blindly, you just came in, you saw a yellow line on 15-minute, you pressed buy. Man, you would have made money, killer money. Look at US 30, again, buy. Let's see, look at US 500. That's S&P 500, buy. Let's look at NASDAQ, all right? It told you when to buy, right over here. And before this buy even popped up, what did we have? Our early warning sign, guys. This indicator I'm giving you here is key. The divergence. I found so many moves because of this divergence. Divergence, arrow. Sometimes that's always it's an early warning sign because there's always a pullback. But right over here, we got the yellow candle. You see that yellow candle right over there? That's a reversal candle. And the price just popped up from there. Boom. And it just kept on going. So, yes. Do you guys have any questions? We've come to the hour. I'm going to give you guys, let me see here. There are some questions here. Signals are also useless if you don't understand it. Yes, exactly, Joe. If you don't understand what the signal's saying, sometimes signals that you'll send, it's like buy between this point and this point. And then you look at the indicator or the signal and just buy. You never looked at the rules of the signal. So sometimes it can backfire you and you can run into drawdown because you didn't follow the rules. I may have missed it, but how can get all my pairs and other indices to be at the bottom of my screen like that? Okay, I'm gonna hook you up with that, Eddie. I think I did that in the 7-week training. I gave that indicator. Maybe you can use a DIY word. Yes, Mzi. Yeah, Eddie, it brings weird feelings, the homework, right? Joanne, really dope setup. Exactly. I want to teach you guys to fish for yourselves. I want us to be the signal providers for each other, right? So when I give you guys this, all you need to do is when you see an opportunity that you found, like say you spot this trade here form early, okay? Then you screenshot it. You say, hey guys, I checked, all the indicators are pointing towards a buy for US tech. Screenshot it, put it in a group. What do you guys think? Now, because now you've made us aware that there's something there, now multiple eyes are on that pair, right? And then we're looking at that pair and we're like, boom, price popped up, bah, we got in or whatever. Then we can take signals together because you can say, hey, man, shit, I'm just seeing this confirmation like Jared had seen the other day. We were just talking about Bitcoin on like a leaders group. It wasn't anything about trading on that group, but we were just talking about Bitcoin. One of the leaders said, yeah, payments are going to fly today. And I was like, hey, man, I look at the Bitcoin price and I'm not really seeing what you're saying, but I do see that now we're at a bottom here. And I found the bottom and I entered the trade and sent it on that group. So that group had nothing to do with trading, but yet Jared was on that group and then we both took the trade together. And so we both ate off that trade. So, I don't like the thing of signals because it's disempowering almost. Some people are just waiting to place a signal. And then when it draws down, they're like, you send me a shit signal or whatever. They blame you, but they never followed any rules or risk management with Forex. Not to say that's the reason I don't want to give it to you guys, but I rather want to empower you with the system. And then the system will help not only you and I find signals, but all of us, we're finding signals together. It's my first time attending the session. I got a lot of value and hope for the future. Awesome, MZ. Awesome. Thanks for that feedback, brother. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this call. Sorry about the crying in the beginning. Just emotional times that we're going through. And so, yes, yeah, if you guys want to get these signals, okay, what I want you to do for your chart work for the week, again, okay, I want you to look at 1 or 2 pairs. Okay, there's not a lot of chart work. Choose a different pair, whatever your pair is for the week, and do your long-term analysis on that pair. So what do I mean? I mean, like looking for certain pairs like this. This is Euro GBP, and just putting your trend lines in place. Okay. Finding out where's the channel in that specific pair. Okay. Looking at stuff like that. Simple stuff. I mean, this is stuff we taught in lesson 1 and in lesson 2. If you missed those lessons, you're welcome to just go back, and we teach you basically market structure, how to look at the market structure and how to, analyze the market based on the structure. Where is price actually going? So all it really means is, putting your trend lines in place, creating your channels, finding your patterns that you see in the market, similar to what you're seeing right now. And you can see how price respects these zones and bounces from zone to zone. Okay. So analyze two pairs. Okay. Analyze your two pairs, whatever pairs you are trading for the week or you're looking at. Do your markups. Let me see that you guys know what you're doing. Have on your awesome oscillator and your other indicators, or whatever you are, however you're looking at the market. Then whoever does that, you guys are going to get access to this information. And I think what we should do is try to create a separate group, like a Telegram group, which is our test group, where we're using the strategy and we're sharing each of our analysis on there. Okay. So always analysis must be sent on like a 15-minute or an hour. Okay. Let's not do like a daily one, unless maybe you swing trade. Yeah. Let's not limit the time frames. But what we want to look for is actually opportunities daily that we can enter and exit together. Okay. By doing that, we can just simply look at the 15-minute chart. Okay. So I'll be also sharing my own analysis there. Some of the pairs that I'm looking at, that I'm, finding opportunities at, and we can decide how we trade those pairs together. Okay, so awesome. Yes, I see. I'm checking out the comments here. Only tigers don't cry, right? Only tigers don't cry. You're a lion. Yeah, the lions are crying sometimes, bro. We shedding some tears here. And that's just to show you guys, I'm human also, man. I feel emotion when I lose someone that was close to us as well. We feel the pain. And it's not only the pain of that person, but the pain of others we've lost, in the last, what is it? Like 6 months or a year, I've lost two very close people to me of suicide. Man. One was my nephew, who was also close with Ricky. They were friends as well. They were about the same age. My nephew was a little younger, and he committed suicide as well, man. And so we need each other, man. We need each other. If you guys have ever, have problems or issues, always feel free to reach out to someone. Reach out to us. We are community. We're together. That's why we've created this community. Never feel alone. There's always someone out there who understands where you're coming from and what you're going through, So don't feel like you're alone in this. I know a lot of us, all of us have our own busy lives, and we're all doing our own things. But we should always make time for each other. Look after our friends, look after our family, look after our people who are close to us, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, man. The money, we'll make the money if we're happy, right? A lot of the time, people are chasing the money because what they really want is happiness. They think money will make them happy. But it's actually not that way. It's the opposite way. Happiness will make you money. So if we rather chase happiness, if we chase fulfillment, if we chase love for each other, for our families, for our friends, whatever, if we chase that, well, the money will come. So awesome, guys. It was great hanging out with you all. Much love and respect, man, to each and every one of you. It was a really cool hour and 20 minutes, a little bit longer today. I want to try to wrap these up by 1 hour, but we had a little bit of a session at the beginning. And I hope you guys found value in what I've showed you, because really what I've showed you is a strategy behind what I'm going to send you. So please put your chart work in. Let me send you this information. Let's create our little test group, and then we're going to work together to make millions, man, millions on the strategy and the information. And I just want my brother Dean here, because Dean, I sent him the tools last week. And then he sent me a message saying, "Hey, Jay, I just been working the tools for like, what, 2 hours deep?" Tell us that story, man.
Yes. How's it, guys? Yes, it was like 2 hours. It was just after our meeting, Jay, on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday?
Yeah. I think
And
it
I
was
was
Friday.
working this thing. I put it on. Look, I had it on and I did test it here and there, but I didn't actually really sit with it and work it. But was sitting with it, was working with it, and what were those results that I sent you? I think it was like just over $500 in those 2 hours. It was like and those indicators just popped. Those indicators just popped. Those indicators were powerful. I'm still actually running with it. Well, on my demo, but looking to put it on my live soon.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
all
that was
this,
powerful. Thank you, Jay. That was great.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for sharing that, man.
Thanks, man.
So all of this, yes, guys, test it out on a demo first, put it on your charts, try it out. You don't have to rush into a live account. This is earn while you learn. That's the freedom we have with CFX, man. There's no pressure. There's no pressure in learning how to trade here anymore because our money's making money anyway, and so whatever we do here on our own, that's just extra, man. It's just for the love. It's for the culture. It's for the passion. That's why we are Forex is Bay. And so, yeah, man, thanks for hanging out with me on this call. I'll see you guys next week, same place, same time. But let's pack out Tuesday again, guys. We're giving away another $300 trading package on the Africa giveaway call. So invite some people, man. You never know. Your mom, your auntie, your uncle might win. And we can bless them forward and also bring them to this community. I mean, look how much value we have in this community alone. Just doing these hangouts on a Sunday, man. I mean, you'd have to pay hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to have this kind of knowledge and, resources given to you so that you can be successful in the market. So, knowledge is only as powerful as the person taking action with it, So they say that knowledge is not true knowledge, but the, what's that word? The use of the knowledge. The power is in the use of the knowledge, the application. Yes, that's the word I wanted to find. The application of knowledge is true power, not just knowledge. So take the knowledge you've learned today, apply it in the market, and let's go forward with this new system, this new strategy so they can work it together and grow together. I'm looking forward to a new week, guys. Let's clock 100,000 this week, man. Let's make this happen, this money. Let's do it. Much love and respect, guys. I'll see you soon. Cheers.